Hello, hello, hello to all my beautiful love bugs. My name is maylikdavis, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by 40 Pieces of Me. Well, I have to tell you, tonight I am not too happy because I did my first painting. I did a glitter painting, and I erased all of the footage. But I have something that I can use to show you, and I'm going to be doing another one this week. So I'm not a happy trooper. I'm not really a big Halloween person, but I got nominated by my manager at work in order to decorate our pumpkin for our work contest. So I thought that I would share it with you guys. Don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I know this is a lot of orange, so I needed to cover it up with white because I don't have a lot of metallic paint. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a carriage. So the little pumpkins are actually for the wheels. Now, I've never even decorated a pumpkin, carved a pumpkin, or anything. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to do most of the decorating tomorrow, but I know I had to go ahead and get it sprayed because of the time I get off at night. And this little cutie, I'm going to pull it to the side and do a different metallic on it. You know, we always have to be different. So, this is the only one. Oh, that came off easier than I thought. Like I said, I've never dealt too much with pumpkins. I don't really even like pumpkin pie. I'm a sweet potato type of girl. All the time that I'm spraying, I'm thinking about the footage I just destroyed from a very good video. But I'm going to make it work. You guys are going to see the small video that I have for that before you see this one. So, I'm praying that I don't run out of this white spray. That wasn't too hard. So, I'll let those dry. It's not all the way sprayed under the bottom, but that's okay. It did the most, because that'll be glued. I'm going to go back in the house and see if I can find some white paint that I'm holding hostage somewhere. So this one, the little white pumpkin, I'm going to try to spray it gold. I don't know how the gold will take on it. Oh, it's going to work. Maybe I'll slide it over this way Then I will start with the big one. I may end up using gold on the all of the small ones. Just depends on how much paint I have. You know, I'm big on mixing metals. Pumpkins actually spray really pretty. So, I'm going to let these dry and then I'll spray the white ones and I'll come back. Okay guys, so if you didn't know, I am extremely competitive. So look at all of this greatness that I found that someone had actually given to me. So this is going to be the front, because as you can see, the back has a couple of pieces that are broken off of it. So it's not completely the same. And one of these are actually gone. But we're going to put a princess back there. I am so excited about this because I was trying to figure out what was I going to put that pumpkin on that was sturdy enough, and I had it right up under my nose all the time. So you can see it needs some TLC, but we're going to give it to him. I'm so excited. Okay, so these have dried, and I actually need to look because I saw a picture of some wheels that I like. Okay, so these pumpkins have dried. And we need to do something extra with them. So I'm just going to move those back. And basically we're going to make it really, really simple. That's why I'm using the glue, because I'm going through on each line. You want to just keep it in those lines. And I got this idea, but I used paint from when I did the painting that I said that I did, the glitter painting I did, but I used acrylic paint, but this is basically the same format that I did, and we're just going to tap it off because we'll go back and use this same glue. So just make sure that you tap everything. And just go down all the little creases. I guess that's what you call them. Heck, I don't know. Told y'all I wasn't really a pumpkin girl. But make sure that it joins. And this is almost giving it like rims, is what I just told one of my friends. But you got to be extra careful because I just made a mess. So I'm going to go back over these two. So you may want to let it dry some and then go back and do it. And that's how that looked. And I'll sit that there and just repeat the same thing. I had actually gotten a paintbrush out to do it, but technically you really don't even need a paintbrush to do this. Don't need a lot of glue either. And make sure that the glue meets in the center. And we'll repeat the same thing. Now the thing is going to be how I'm going to get this to work. Meaning, I guess I'm going to find a large box. So we'll sit that there. So now you have the idea of it. So I'll show you the end result a little bit later. Okay guys, so these have dried. I haven't did the entire thing yet, but these have dried, and I want to add the silver glitter on these, the gold glitter on these. So I want to show you guys basically how I'm doing that. A very, very easy process. So, and the glitter is there because I'll pour this glitter back in my actual jar. And I'm trying to keep it down. We know I don't have really good camera placement, or I forget where the camera is at. So these are almost like that the wheels will be blinged out. These are the carriage wheels. So this is basically supposed to represent that the wheels are blinged out. And it doesn't matter about using a lot of glue because a lot of glitter, because I'm just going to pour it right back in. I'm going to move these over. I think I did it again because they have to dry. So be really, really mindful when touching them if they haven't dried, because you'll end up repeating the process basically like I just did there and there. So just to give you another quick look at it. Glitter there. And then just down the lines. And what I'm going to do is I'll end up actually spraying. I'll spray these with an acrylic spray so that we won't have glitter everywhere, because that's a pet peeve of mine. Because once we have our contest at work, these are actually going to a children's hospital or a children's unit at a hospital. So definitely want it to be pretty for them, but we also want it to be, you know, not safe, or some of the kids may be sick. So we want to make sure that we be as concerned about that part. So I'm going to let these dry. And imagine that on the outside looking like a wheel. I think that's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And I'll get back with you. Okay, my love, so I'm back. So this is actually one of the wheels for the pumpkin carriage. And we had to, all of the ones I saw, they had like doors and windows. And since it's going to, after the contest, it's going to be given to a hospital for children's division, we definitely wanted to make everything safe, and we wanted to make it last as long as possible. So these are the windows that I created. I just printed off pictures of castles and some of the princes, Disney princes. I cut those out. So basically what I'm doing now, I want to show you how I made the window. I just had some leftover bling, and I'm just attaching it on the very first line. I have to keep in mind camera placement, because we know I always forget that. And I'm just going through and making it even. And I have to do the back, of course. I have glitter absolutely everywhere. But just going through just on that bottom. And because we're using silver gold, and the blue goes along with these little cuties. And I have another surprise that you guys are really, really gonna love. Just going through each one. Gonna cut these off. Just something really, really simple. So nothing spectacular. I just didn't want you to miss out or come back and say, well, how did you do this or how did you do that? I wanted to make sure that I was showing you each part. So I'll go ahead, and I did it on both sides so that it will be actually like a mirror and not so flat on the actual pumpkin. I saw some really good ideas at work today. Somebody did a gumball machine and it was really cute. The only thing about it is that I couldn't tell it was a pumpkin, and I don't want to compromise that part of it. I want it to still look like a pumpkin, but it was absolutely beautiful. But it was a gumball machine, and it really just looked like a big gumball machine. You would never know that it's an actual pumpkin. So there goes another window. This was the door, and I'm going to stagger them. So I'm going to stagger them. Just wanted to let you see where we were at with that part.
Brown, Tiara, Florida.
Okay, so the next part that I'm going to be doing, I have some of these pre-cut. I may have to go back and trim it. But the next part that I'm going to be doing is trying to bling out the actual stem. I didn't want to cut the stem, so I'm going to bling it out. And of course, that's just a simple process. I did it from the top down. And I'll go around it and do all of it first, do the bigger parts, and then I will come back. So this one is not as long. And just repeating it. If I start at the top, it's easier to go back. For me, may not be for you, but it's easier to go back and add more glue at the bottom. That way the top looks very even. And you may have to cut and trim. I'll have to add more glue to that. As a matter of fact, let me just do this part. and it won't be perfect, but you're going to have a crown on it. And I'm going to end up using Tulle to make it look like really like for a princess. So you don't have to worry about everything just being perfect. So I am continuing around. And so now you get an idea of how that's done. I'll finish that and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I did was actually I used like Elmer's glue and just brushed over the pumpkin. It's still drying. As you can see, I probably shouldn't have done that. But I just took Elmer's glue, brushed over it, and I went through with glitter. Sort of tried to outline those frames. So that's where I'm at now. I finished blinging this part out, the stem out. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I added the frames with the pictures in it to make it sort of look like doors, windows, or whatever that may be. I went through with Elmer's glue and I brushed over the pumpkin, and now I am about to add the tiara. No special way, just going through with a glue gun, and I am going to just place it on the bottom of it. Because I'll probably Tulle will come out of this just to make it look princess-like. And you have to hold it, of course, to make sure that it sticks. And I'm going to go behind it in the back and add glue. And you won't be able to see any of that glue because the Tulle will make up for it. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I have some of these that I took off of a Christmas tree ornament, and I'm going to go through and bling her out. So I just wanted to touch back in. Pretty much now it's just adhering and gluing things on to the pumpkin. So I'll get back with you guys in a minute when I get ready to add the wheels. Okay, so I have stuff everywhere. Just a complete mess. This is a horse that I bought out of Walmart. Well, my manager purchased out of Walmart. And I'm just taking some beads that I had left over from Skylar's baby shower. And I'm taking it to make an actual, I don't even know. I'm not a horse person, so I can't tell you what the name of it is, but I know one of my lovely family members is going to tell me. So this is what I'm using in order to make the little thing that you use when you're riding a horse. So, yeah, one of you are going to tell me what that is, because I don't know. So I'm basically just attaching it under, and of course using my hot glue gun. And it's no biggie, like to decorating a pumpkin. When you see it, I just glue stuff here, glue stuff there, and eventually it's all going to make sense to me. So basically, that's how that's going to go. This horse was white, and I sprayed it silver. For some reason, it didn't get on the eyes, but I sprayed it silver, put a little gold glitter on it to make everything go together. Now, how I am going to attach all of this, I have no earthly idea. I wanted to do the carriage going this way, but in all honesty, you can't do it that way because this part is higher than the other. So it is going to have to be done this way. But I think we can still make it look nice. And I think I'm basically just going to attach them around here. Basically, it's going to be it. I'm just going to attach it around here. I'm doing it with hot glue. This will go. Maybe they'll find something neat to do with this. One of the things is broken off of it, but this will go to the actual children's hospital as well, because we want the whole thing to stay like that. So I'm going to attach it this way, and then I'll move on with the actual wheels. Or maybe I will put the wheels on first. So basically, this is how the wheels are going to be on it. This is how our wheels are going to be. Oh, that was just a bit too heavy. But yeah, this is how the wheels are going to be attached onto it. I'm going to try to do those with, probably to make sure they're secure, I'm going to do those with the actual E6000 and the hot glue. So give me a moment. Let me try to attach one, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so I attached the beads, and I basically hot glued them under there. I have to turn it upside down. I just want to make sure I add more glue. So what I'm going to do now is basically, I didn't use the E6000. I used lots of hot glue. The E6000 made it harder to stick because of course it has to sit. So this was the better deal for me, was the hot glue. And basically, I just added it to the back like that. And because I'm having to do a non-traditional carriage because of the way that this is, I'm just attaching it there. So you can see it from the back. And I am going to repeat the same thing. Can I tell you, this is, I guess it's like a lot of different little things that I did. So I was thinking it was going to go super, super easy. And I guess maybe these wheels were the most tedious. Because at first they weren't staying, but then I realized where I was making a mistake. So the hot glue is the thing for this. Because it's not going to move, and I'm probably going to just place the pumpkin on it tomorrow. I'll place it on there tonight so you can see, but I'm not going to try to travel to work with it already on there. So once you do get it placed, basically all you have to do is go back and add more hot glue. That's basically the catch for that. And I have a bunch of mess to clean up tonight. So I just added that pumpkin there, and she's gonna go up there. And where did my little guy go? I had a little guy. Oh, here he is. And he's gonna go here. I'm gonna put the pumpkin up there, and then we'll see how it turned out. Okay, my love bugs, let me know what you think of this particular project. I'm really, really excited considering I'm not a Halloween girl. I've never ever designed a pumpkin. So this was really, really fun and a challenge for me. And we always need to be challenged. As you can see, I even made the sign, the Harris patch, and it actually has the name of my company, but just the company I work for. But you know, some things we have to keep private because we have to stay employed. But this is the end result. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see the actual castle. This is some of the Disney princes, as well as again so just showing you the entire thing. I have lights under there, and this was like a spider web cotton. I don't know exactly what it was, what you call it. Like I said, I'm not big on Halloween, but it worked out wonderful. As you can see, I do have the lights under it, and I actually use like the little bullet lights, as well as I had battery operated strand of red lights. So I'm extremely pleased. As you can see, the horse. I even had a shoe ornament from Christmas, but I thought it would be really, really cute just to have that slipper out there for the princess, and she's looking down on her prince. So guys, let me know what you think in regards to my pumpkin carriage. Let me know yay, nay, and if you can see, the other wheels are back in the back. They're back there. Let's make sure you can see those. So the other wheels are back there. And I'll remember tomorrow when I set it up at work to make sure that those are seen. So I'm excited. I think that my manager and my teammates will be excited at work. I really think my peers are going to be happy about this. Hopefully we win. I'll let you guys know. Please leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, share if you know someone who's really into Halloween and really into decorating their pumpkins. My name is maylikdavis, and I thank you guys so much once again for stopping in at 40 Pieces of Me. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and post the video of the glitter painting that I did, but I will be doing another one for the event coming up for domestic violence. So definitely leave a comment. maylikdavis, thank you guys for stopping in at 40 Pieces of Me. I love you guys to pieces. All 40 pieces.